There are no rules
for the English language
and no dictionary.
Who wanted to marry this cute young girl named Portia. Portia had many suitors, but even though her father had passed away, Portia was still bound by his strict morals.
From his death, he decreed whom she would marry. He devised a contest by which the suitors would pick from 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead.
Only one of them contained the prize,
which would be Portia.
The others contained the curse of remaining unmarried for the rest of their lives.
That's right. If they chose the wrong chest, they weren't allowed to marry anyone, ever.
I may neither choose whom I would, nor refuse whom I dislike. So is the will of a living daughter turned by the will of a dead father. Is it not hardness that I cannot choose one, nor refuse none?
His father was very virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspiration. Therefore, the lottery that he has devised in these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, whereof who chooses this meeting chooses you, will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but one who shall rightly love. But what warmth is there in your affection towards any of these princely suitors that have already come?
I pray thee, O our name, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
You need not fear, lady, of having any of these words. They have acquainted me with their determinations, which is indeed to return to their homes and bother you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort. That your father's a musician, depending on the casket.
I am glad that these parcel of words are so reasonable, but there's not one among them that I dote on his very absence. And I pray God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar, and a soldier that came hither in company of the Marquis of Montferrand?
Yes, he is Bassanio, as I think he is so called.
True, madam, he of all the men my foolish eyes did look upon was the best deserving of a fair lady.
Yes, I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise.
He had run out of money, so he had just run down Antonio if he could borrow some money so he could woo
supply the right ones of my friend. I'll bring custom. Is he yet possessed? How much he would?
Then your answer. Many a time and often the real, so you have raised it. Still have I borne it with a patient trust. You call me misbeliever, cut the dog, and speak upon my discovery, and offer use of that which is mine own. Well, now it appears you need my help. You come to me and say, Shylock, we would have monies. What should I say to you? Should I not say, fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spared me another day on such time. You called me dog, and for these courtesies I will lend you thus much monies.
I was like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too.
They really don't like each other, but somehow they manage to calm down and reach an agreement. I don't agree with this agreement, but they reach it nonetheless. Go with me to the north. Seal me there your single bond, and in a merry sport. If he should repay me not on such a day, let the forfeiture be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh to be cut off and taken from you in whichever part of your body pleases.
Wait, what? Did he just say he would cut off part of Antonio's body if we didn't pay him back? This is like a monster movie.
Content, I faith, I shall sail into such a bond. You shall not sail to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity.
What fear not, man? I will not forfeit it. In 2 months, that's a month before this bond expires. I do expect return of thrice, 3 times the value of this.
Pray you tell me this. If he repay me not on such a day, what should I gain by the exaction of a forfeiture? A pound of a man's fair flesh taken from a man is not so estimable, nothing so profitable, neither nor is flesh taken from mutton, beefs, or goats.
Yes, Charlotte, I shall sail into such a bond.
No, don't. This is really bad.
Shylock gets Antonio to agree to pay him back with his own flesh if something goes wrong with his ship. Is he serious? How can that work? You know, my ship didn't come in. Take a foot. Well, yeah, I guess.
This is ridiculous. Who's gonna honor it? The law? Jeez, how many ships does he have? How many feet does he have?
He has a lot of ships.
Good!
Charlotte said that Bassanio gets his money and heads off to capture Portia's heart.
But get this, before Bassanio leaves, he steals Shylock's servant from him, and at the same time, Shylock's daughter, Jessica, runs away with one of Bassanio's friends. I am sorry thou to leave my father so. Our house is dreadful, and thou, a merry devil, didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. And Lancelot, to that temple thou shalt see Lorenzo, thy new master's guest. Give him this letter, and do it secretly. Adieu, adieu, tears exhibit my tongue. Most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew. Adieu, 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 adieu. Farewell, good Lancelot. Alack, what heinous sin is in me, to be ashamed to be my father's child. But though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manner. O Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian and thy loving wife. And if thy fortune be not crossed, I have a father, you, a daughter, lost. It's not crossed.
What?
Jessica's fortune, it's not crossed. He and Lorenzo escaped.
It's now before o'clock. We have 2 hours to finish this. Meet me in Gratiano. Gratiano's lodging tonight.
'Tis good we do so.
Was not that letter from fair Jessica? Yes, I must needs tell thee all. She hath directed I shall take it from her father's house. Gold and jewels she's furnished with. A page's suit she hath her name with. Fair did your father come to heaven. It will be for a gentle daughter's sake. Come, go with me. Peruse